how long has it been since I talked about Gundam Wing Endless Waltz? How's it going, guys? It is Plastic Disasta back with another Christmas review, and we're not talking about the Wing Zero Endless Waltz version this time. Today, we're going to take a look at the Master Grade Heavyarms Custom Endless Waltz version, since this has the same base kit as the MG Heavyarms, so this is going to be more of a lazy review. I mean, sure, I'm ending the year off with a lazy review, but on the bright side, I'm ending the year with a badass Gundam. So if you want me to talk about the regular Heavyarms, I already made that review, so check that out. For this review, I'm not going to go over the articulation and the gimmicks, because, again, check out that review. So taking a look at the box art, we see the Heavyarms just firing everything it's got, the missiles, miniguns, and guns on its chest, and you know this takes place in the final battle. And looking at this side of the box, well, it's just a name. It's gonna be the same thing as the other side of the box as well. So after opening the box, we got 6 big bags of runners along with the manual. I'll take a look at the cover of the manual. Here is a familiar box art, this time in color instead of that P Bandai monochrome color. Checking the parts list, well, looks like we have a couple of leftover parts, and well, I also have to pay attention which part I should use, because we got some of the duplicate parts, one in dark blue, one in gray. I'll show you later. And continuing on, we still gonna have a few leftover parts. Now moving on to the back of the manual, I mean, it doesn't show like the cool middle part of the manual. Anyways, it just shows how to apply those water slide decals and where to place them. And right down there is a color guide if you're planning on painting it. Starting off with Runner A, it should look familiar if you built the regular Heavyarms, but this time it's a different color. You got some dark blue, some gray, and some yellow. Runner B is going to be the white parts. Runner C1 is going to be the really dark blue, while you have Runner C2 that's going to be more like a navy blue. Runner D is going to be more of the really dark blue parts. Runner E is going to be the dark gray parts. Okay, so here's what I mean. So here we have Runner F and another Runner F. This big one is going to be the dark blue parts, and the other one is going to be the dark gray parts, even though the blue one's going to have this chunk of a runner. So as you're putting this kit together, you have to be like really careful what part to use. Maybe like the manual will tell you. Yeah, it does. This is just an example. Like it just says get a part from Runner F, part 31, and make sure it's dark blue. Runners I and I2, I is going to be the clear, and I2 is going to be the teal parts. And these are parts for the eyes. I see what you did there, Bandai. Next up, we have Runner J, a multicolored runner, white, some gray, and it looks like 2 tones of gray, and then some baby blue up there. Got 2 Runner Ks, you guessed it, parts for the Gatling gun. And you have Runners XA and 2 Runner XB for the inner frame parts. You got color correcting sticker, polycaps, and water slide decals, always appreciated. So that about wraps up the unboxing. Now I am really excited to put this kit together. You know that Heavyarms is one of my favorites, and I gotta feed that obsession. I'll put this kit together right now, and I'll see you guys after the build. Here is the Heavyarms custom all put together, and I gotta say, putting this kit together for a second time, I still had just as fun as I was building the original one. Once I get a hold on that one other P Bandai Heavyarms kit, the one that comes with like even more missiles and like tank treads, you guys know what I mean? Okay, so moving on to stickers. Well, I already explained that this is the eye camera, this is the forehead and the back head, but what I want to talk about is like the brand new ones. These like baby blue ones, or teal, they're pretty much like self-explanatory. All you gotta do is just, you know, pay attention which sticker goes on. It just goes on like the dark blue like areas, like on the front skirt, front and back of the shoulders. Of course, this sticker right here is for the mask, and luckily there's a molded detail on the mask. That's pretty much it of the out-of-box presentation, because I already talked about it on the original Heavyarms. So yeah, again, check out that review. But the reason why you want to watch this video is you want to see what's new. which I'll explain a little later. So first, let's talk about like the extra parts you're gonna have. But you do have like a bunch of leftover parts, specifically on the F runners, the dark blue and the gray. So if you guys want to, you can swap out the colors, and you can swap out the teal piece chest with the dark blue parts, which would kind of defeat the purpose. So moving on to accessories, which we're all here for, right? So first off, you do get a brand new 1/100 scale Choa Barton, and just to compare it, here is the old one, and you do get both of them. And options still the same: closed fist, and you also get the open palm hands. You also get the weapon holding hands, one without the tab. I know the camera's not doing it justice, and you have one that has the little tab on it. The base adapter, of course, get a beam saber handle, which has no point, and hey, you know what, you can always use it for kit bashing. And speaking of kit bashing, remember those parts I told you on the F runner? You could use those as kit bashing as well. Of course, you have the mask I already mentioned, and finally saving the best for last, the Gatling guns. If you are curious, unfortunately they do not rotate, so for you stop motion enthusiasts, I'm sorry. And moving on to the other side of the Gatling gun, just want to show you that you can just pull out or whip out like the handle, which is kind of lodged in there. Alright, there we go. You can use like your weapon holding hands to hold on to it, but actually you don't really need it because the connection right here onto the forearm is actually pretty strong. And to store it, you have to pull this adapter piece out, which is wedged in there. Oh, nope, not really. Rotate it like that, and you can attach this onto the backpack, which looks like this. And yes, I had to adjust my cameras just to show you the whole weapon. Moving on with articulation, well, I already covered it on the original Heavy Arms video, but to summarize it here, your articulation on this kit is actually pretty good. And I may or may not display the kit with the mask on, but I mean, you know, it's your kit, you do what you want. Moving on to size comparisons, here it is right next to a standard size mobile suit, the GM Sniper 2. I mean, we all know that Gundam Wing mobile suits are a little shorter than the average mobile suit height. Next, here it is right next to another Gundam Wing mobile suit, the Tall Geese 1. I swear these two are the same height, it's just that the camera is not doing it justice. And finally, here it is right next to Optimus Prime and Lego Batman. So that's gonna be it for the size comparisons. Let's move on to my final thoughts. Well, if you've seen my regular MG Heavy Arms review, my opinions and thoughts is still going to be pretty much the same on this kit. And the question is, do I like this one more than the original MG Heavy Arms? To be honest, yeah, because if you see my previous video, I made like a few complaints about it, but here I have like almost nothing to worry about. As for complaints on this kit, I mean, I don't know if you want to count this one, but the mask that it comes with, sometimes it doesn't want to cooperate. Maybe it's just on me. At the end of the day, really solid kit. I highly recommend you pick this one up if you're like a Gundam Wing fan. But since it's a Bandai kit, okay, I'll just say this. If the USA Bandai website say, hey, this kit is available, pick this kit up. Just avoid any scalpers out there. I don't know how often Bandai is gonna reprint this, so good luck, I guess. Okay, so that about wraps up the review. I want to say thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new here, want to see more content like this, be sure to subscribe. Questions, concerns, comment down below. I'll see you guys in the next video, and of course, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a Happy New Year. I'll see you guys in 2025. Gundam Evolution, anyone? Oh yeah, that's right, they already moved on.